All right, day 2. We are back. And today I had probably one of my most successful streams ever in terms of view count. I had 2 raids happen during the stream, which is very exciting. And there were a lot of new chatters, which was really cool. I really enjoyed having new people enter the chat and give their feedback and all of that. There was a little bit of a sense on my end of like, oh god, this isn't my crew. What do I do? And also, I really had a moment where I had probably the biggest raid I've ever had. Like, there were a lot of people coming in. I think it was like over 20 people. And I can't help but feel like I screwed the pooch a little bit. Like, I really need to be thinking of how to react to a raid and how to bring people in a quick yet thoughtful way that both pays enough homage is the word that's coming to mind to the raider and the folks coming in, but also doesn't interrupt the gameplay too much. It's a fine line. And winging it is definitely proving to be difficult. It's just so easy to freeze up in those moments a little bit, or worse, to say something and then not know where the sentence is going and just have to like roll with it because it's all happening live. Ah! Oh, but these are good problems to have, I would say. Problems I am excited to have. And yeah, so today that was a really big deal. As far as behind the scenes stuff going on, I executed my first community challenge, and I did have people contribute today to the challenge. I'm so excited that some of my regulars are maybe getting into it and wanting to put points towards the challenge. This month's challenge, incidentally, is to pick a game for me to play for 1 week. Whew, so that'll be fun. I imagine it'll be kind of like at the end of August that this will occur. Yeah, it's crazy. What's really interesting that happened in chat a lot today was there was a lot of demands occurring, especially from my new chatters, and that is a really tricky space to be in as a streamer, because especially on the smaller side, because I don't want to come across as cold, but I also don't want to come across as accommodating, and just give everybody exactly what they want, exactly when they want it, because that's not really what I'm trying to do with this stream. But then, of course, saying things like that makes me wonder what I am trying to do with this stream. And that is a question that I am constantly asking and constantly attempting to answer in real time. Because on one hand, I feel like I'm going with this vibe of like, just do it. Just do it. What's that quote? It's like, make it done first, make it good later, something like that. Which is a double-edged sword, right? Because I'm just doing, and that's fantastic, and that's gotten me to about 75 followers and a decent little base. But at what point does the identity start to form? Like, at what point does the actual strategy come into it? Like, at what point should I be doing something beyond what I'm doing, or I guess I just still feel like I'm missing some huge piece of the puzzle. And perhaps that'll always be true. Perhaps there always will be a little piece of the puzzle missing, and I'll always feel that way. And the whole point of all of this is to just keep going anyway. And there goes my dog barking. Louie, please don't. I'm trying to film. Yesterday, it was a lot easier to talk for 10 minutes straight. Today, I feel a little bit like, oh, what do I even say? I already talked about the stream, and that only took like 2 minutes, and I have no real lessons that I learned today. I guess let me think on why today might have been a more successful stream. First and foremost, I had a fantastic title, I think. I'm playing the game Tomodachi Life, and my premise today was to get at least one marriage on my island. I have not had a single marriage between any of my Miis, and apparently that's quite rare. Apparently most people don't have this problem. And I was trying to like force love, which is always a fun premise to talk about. And my title was, can we please, all in caps, just have one marriage, also all in caps. And I think that resonated a lot with people. I think that it's a catchy title, makes you question, what do you mean at least one marriage? Have there been no marriages? That kind of thing. I think that the raids certainly helped with my viewer count. Again, perhaps today's lesson just goes to show the importance of a good title. But then, going back to the just do it thing, I can't always figure out a good title. I don't know what a good title is, and even if I do know what a good title is, I can't come up with one every single day. Not as a beginner. I'm still kind of shooting in the dark here. So it's like, it's one thing to say, have good titles matter, and it's another to actually create a good title and know that it's a good title and move forward with that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough out here. Another thing that's kind of happening in the background is I'm attempting to get a collab stream together with a couple other streamers that I am in similar community with, which has been interesting and less smooth than I thought it would be. I think I just kind of thought it would be such a great idea, and I think I am more excited about it than the people who I have asked to collab with me. To be fair, I do have the smallest follower count of all three of us, so perhaps I'm not the most attractive collaboration buddy. I have very little to offer in terms of additional views or like it's like going door to door for sales, but I'm selling like a dictionary. Like nobody wants that. So yeah, that's been a little bit of a downer from my end, but I still have hope, and I think I do have things to contribute other than my follower count or my my jour as a streamer. Slow and steady, baby. That's what we're doing. And we are continuing to face the challenges laid out before us with grace and with the discipline of just continuing to show up every day, regardless of what happens, regardless of how good our individual day is. I think tomorrow might be kind of sad for me because today might have been my peak for the week. So yeah, that's about it for today. I have nothing more to say, and hopefully these will get a little more structured as time goes on.